Alright guys, so today we're finally going to diagnose the Miata. By diagnose I mean I'm going to do a compression test and just kind of get a good solid idea of if either the head or the block is completely done. I mean, there's like a 5% chance that it may just be like something fuel related, but you know, I don't know. We won't know until I compression tested. Sorry it took so long. I decided to hang out with Adam and Jimmy last night because it was Jimmy's like last full night in town, and after him being here for so long, like he just fit into the friend group so well that I felt like I was gonna be able to hang out with him all the time now, and I was real stoked. And then I realized he was leaving. I'm not gonna see him for months and months, so it made me sad. Anyway, time to push this thing into the garage by myself. Yay! Light. Try to steer it up, push up. I'm out of shape, but that was tough in general. I think I deserve a pit bike wheelie break for that one. Also, my roommate convinced me that it was a good idea to put this groupie grave. It's literally a fuel fragrance. Let me see if you guys can see it. Groovy grape fuel fragrance. So they convinced me to put that in it just to see what would happen, because it's like a dirt bike, it's not like a car, you know, there's no huge fuel system to mess up. And now it smells like a freaking vape shop every time I'm riding around. It's so bad. It smells like straight grape. It's wild. This shit works very good. Oh man. Alright, anyway, now we're gonna do the compression test on the Miata. Sorry for the little pit bike delay. I haven't rode it in like a day or two. I'm a little bit addicted to doing wheelies, so you know, it's a thing. So, alright, on to the compression test. Let's go. Alright, plugs are out. Time to do the compression test. I'm a little nervous. I know it's gonna be bad and I'm probably gonna have to change the block of the head. Like I have that mentality, but I'm like kind of excited that maybe I don't. We'll see, we'll see. just under 125. Not good, not terrible. We're doing a standard 10 revolutions just to keep it even, because I don't have anybody out here to watch until the needle just kind of starts like staying in the same spot. So we just want to keep it even across the board. Full throttle, all the plugs out. All right, cylinder number 2. Not good. Cylinder number 2 is at 75. Let's move on. All right, cylinder number 3. All right, number 3. Number 3 is pretty close to number 1. It's about 5 to 8 psi higher. So we were already pretty much screwed, but I think cylinder number 4 is going to be really bad. Just based on what the spark plug looked like when I took it out. All right, cylinder number 4. So that one's low, but like not as bad as it could be, not as bad as I thought. I guess let's throw the leak down tester on here and see what's up. All right, so we've got cylinder number 2 set to top dead center, leak down tester hooked up. We're gonna see where the air is coming from. We got radiator cap off, oil cap off, intake basically open, and then exhaust is gonna be a little bit harder to tell. So it seems like we have compression coming out of cylinder number 1, which means it could just be as simple as a head gasket issue. I use the Kinetic head gasket on these, and they really don't like to seal very well unless it's a completely smooth machined head and block. The block I just kind of cleaned up, so that's fine for a normal head gasket, but not necessarily Kinetic, so that could be the sole issue. I just don't know why it wouldn't want to start. I'm gonna leak down test the other 3 cylinders and just see if there's anything crazy strange coming on. If there is, I'll show you. Alright, so nothing super strange with any of the rest of the cylinders. Pretty standard as far as leak down test goes, and they were pretty fine as far as compression goes. So I'm gonna try to start it. I'm just curious. Sometimes problems fix themselves. Having that low compression in one cylinder should not keep it from starting, in my opinion, unless there's something else weird going on. But we're gonna try to start it, and we're gonna see what happens. That was super weird. That doesn't even, I don't even understand. Alright, well, that was confusing. Man, I figured it should start with low compression on one cylinder, but I don't, I don't understand. I'm so confused. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to go ahead and take the plastics off and everything, shine a light down so I can match up top dead center basically on the crank. Just to be sure it's at top dead center, and then we're gonna see if the timing's right. We checked it at the track, but it was with the harmonic balancer, which I don't really like doing it that way as much as being able to look at like, okay, this is dead on, this is off. If it's off time, it could show low compression because valves will stay open, weird stuff like that. So I'm gonna pull it apart and then we'll meet there. All right, I'm gonna take all this apart. All right, got the front stuff off. Let's see if I can show you guys. All right, see how that little dimple is lined up perfectly with that, well, not perfectly, we're real close to that arrow. Now, if you look at the cam gears, this E should be up here where this line is, and then this I should be up here. So what that tells me is down there at the bottom, I remember when we went to check this crank pulley, when we went to check the timing at the track, the crank pulley was a little bit loose. So that means it could have slipped down there. That also could mean that the keyway is destroyed, which is beyond ideal. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of what I can off and see if I can get to that keyway area and see if that's damaged or not damaged or whatever. That's the next step. The timing is completely out. That's absolutely why it wouldn't run. So we at least are getting a little bit closer to solving the riddle, solving the mystery. All right, so this keyway, give you guys some light here, looks to be 100% fine. We're gonna check the one on the crank now. All right, so see that little metal piece sticking out? That's the key. And then the keyway is the slot on each piece of it. So that gear down there, the crank, and the pulley. Now, the older motors are notorious for stripping on the crank, like basically opening up that keyway. So we're gonna take that gear off and see if that's fine. The keyway on the crank gear is completely fine. And the keyway on the crank itself is completely fine. It's bizarre. Like I said, generally these go bad on the crank side, but the crank side's fine, the gear's fine, and the harmonic balancer's fine. So everything's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset the timing, I'm gonna put it all back together, and we're gonna see if it starts. All right, time to put it all back together. Done. All right, it's time to try to start it. I don't have super high hopes because I'm an idiot, and I realized that when I checked the timing, it was on the exhaust stroke, or it was on the opposing stroke, so the cams were basically just upside down, but I feel like I remember them being still off, not like just directly upside down. So let's hope it just was skip timing. That's what we're gonna find out right now. Well, that solves the riddle. I am hearing something. All right, so while it does run now, which is a huge step, number 2? Number 2 is still a little bit lower than the others on compression. Since I'm gonna raffle this car off, I wanna make sure everything's good. It runs and drives fine right now, but there's that like a little weird rattle. It's not like a tick or a knock. It's like something's rattling. I can't tell what it is. So I can't tell if it's like a shield or if it's like something in the exhaust manifold. I don't know. I can't really tell what it is. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to pull the head off and just inspect everything, take a look at it. I think the slight low compression issue, based on the leak down test, it seems like it's most likely a head gasket. Like I said earlier, those schematics don't like to seal very well unless the surface is perfect. So pull the head off, inspect. If everything in the bottom end looks fine, what I'll do is make sure the head's good and then put a stock head gasket on, put it back together, and hope that solves everything. So good and bad news. Hopefully it's simple. I'm ready to start this next project. I am so unbelievably hyped on this next project that I'm going to pick up this weekend. You guys have no idea. And I want to just fix this thing, store it, raffle it, so I can work on the next project. Once I fix it, I'm not really going to touch it or mess with it because I don't want to take time away from doing anything with the new project. So I'm just going to get it all dialed, park it, and focus on the next project. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you. So creepy being out here by myself at night. I just thought I saw somebody. It's a cat. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys tomorrow.